Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. This show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel and 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today we're talking about purpose. A super duper important topic to engage in given the scope of this particular show. If you are new to the show airs. The show is aimed at folks who are seeking to live in joyful abundance. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about how to combine productivity with joy, using joy itself as a technology. We also offer one-on-one coaching for those seeking to live in abundance like a boss. All right, go to productivejoy.com. Reach out to us, have me come out, speak to your group, school, or organization. All right, let's dive into the topic today. So, today we are talking about productivity and purpose. What is the connection between purpose and productivity? But first, allow me to say a few words about myself. This again is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I am the author of the New York Times bestseller "Raising Fences," which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith. Will Smith, whose people called my people, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I am also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown, of course, was murdered, and the conflagration that ensued there as well. That book looks at the lives of identical twins, Sarah and Seth, and really examines the intersection between race, violence, and family, as it tells the American narrative, the American story, the American coming of age story, and through the prism of this black family. One and the youngest of the two twins gets a vitiligo, the skin disease which makes people's skin begin to fade in spots or splashes. Really, spots or splotches. A really powerful book that comes out actually May the 14th. Wow. Look for that in bookstores everywhere. I'll be at William Grant Steele's to start the book tour on Thursday, May 17th here in Los Angeles. Look for that on social media. I'll be on the BBC Radio Live in London Tuesday. It airs on the West Coast here at 6 p.m. So BBC Live 5. You can go to BBC's website and catch that live if you aren't living in London right now. So look for me everywhere this month, the next few months. All right. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD is in English literature. I'm currently a professor of English Lit at Loyola Marymount University here in California. I'm the former executive director of the World Stage, a literary and jazz venue here in California. In fact, tonight I'll be there. If you're in LA, come out, hang out with your boy at the World Stage. Great venue. If you haven't been there before. We have 7 days of programming. Amazing spot here off Crenshaw Boulevard on Degnan Boulevard. 4321 Degnan Boulevard in Los Angeles, 90008. Tonight we have the writing workshop, the Anansi writing workshop, which where many of my books were actually written and inspired by. So come on out if you're a writer, especially if you love literature, if you love poetry in particular. Come out and do what you do. That's it. Let's dive into the topic. So in the morning, again, we're talking about purpose and productivity. In the morning show, we like to also talk about the ideal of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you. At times where you wake up on the proverbial wrong side of the bed, and that kind of and that offset, not Cardi B's man, but that offset start to our day will follow us throughout our day. At times we'll have trouble on our mind. Well, that's the idea that I'm getting at, and that trouble is oftentimes tethered to stress, and we'll be going through our days in a stressful state, and that stress, as we know from modern science, takes years off of our lives. So many people deal with that just in general, but folks who are entrepreneurs, those who are living in non-traditional ways, those who are trying to not simply have a job, but be the boss, like literally be the boss as an entrepreneur, you deal with many more pressure points, making payroll and dealing with lawsuits and insurance and just the aggressiveness that is business. I mean, it's a lot. When money's involved, there's more stress. There's no choice about it. So when you're the boss, you feel a lot of that. And we find that men who are entrepreneurs tend to medicate on alcohol primarily, but other types of drugs as well. Anyway, so we help people to deal with the stresses of life in particular, and do it joyfully because it, it doesn't make that much sense. I mean, I get it. It doesn't make that much sense to make a lot of money and be unhappy. I mean, listen, if you can make a little bit less money and be happier, I would choose the latter. Make your money for your family, your friends, and your community. For your get your abundance on. I'm for that, but you want to be in the joy, guys. And all money ain't good money, as they say in the vernacular. All right. So today we're talking about, again, purpose and productivity. Again, go to productivethroughjoy.com, see about us, see about our offerings. They'll be changing as we are updating, as we are always advancing and creating our offerings. Look for a major change in the website and also everything as we continue to refine our offerings starting in the 1st of June. So it's an exciting time here at Productive, a joyful time at Productive Through Joy, as big things are afoot. So, but you'll see as we unfold our newest and latest changes. It's very exciting. So, I digress. So, we talk about ritual as a way to frame your day before your day has a chance to frame you. So let me give you my morning ritual as an exemplar. It's best seen through example. So in the mornings I wake up at 3:30. I read a couple of spiritual business books. I do our show right now at 4:45 a.m., which is hella early for me still. I'm like, whoa, it's 4:45 in the morning. At 5, I work on my current novel until sunrise. At sunrise, I walk out to the beach. I live here along the coast of Venice Beach, California, so I just take my drum, I walk out to the beach, bring my chair, meditate, pray, do yoga. It's really powerful. Just me and the seagulls. Come back, work on my current book for a while longer, then go back to the beach to run up the coast way past Santa Monica's Pier, come all the way back, run all the way back to my gym here at Venice Goats Gym, get my buff on. In fact, my oldest daughter, Jerusalem, and I are in this competition to see who gets the first six-pack. So, Daddy's in a race for the six-pack. So, we'll see how that goes. Right now, she's probably ahead a little bit. She's all in the hot yoga, doing it all big on me. So, come back, and then so by 9:30, guys, I'm feeling great. My body is being fueled with endorphins, and that endorphin release gives me a sense of euphoria that I then leverage to use to move myself towards my goals and objectives. And so we're not saying do what I do, we're saying do what you do, and we help individuals do what they do. So I'm reading 3 great books now: Cash in the Flash, which is a book about entrepreneurs and spirituality; Owning the Moment, which is a book about just that, owning the moment; and Nag Hammadi Reader, which is a collection, a compendium of kind of spiritual Gnostic texts. So from those 3 books I'm reading now, I extract some wisdom, which I call the morning chant. Today's morning chant is: as a meditating natural mystic, my purpose is creating and teaching powerful art and thriving in joyful abundance with my family, friends, and community. So from that wisdom, I think about that throughout my day. I place it on my phone and also create the morning and afternoon shows based upon that teaching. So today we're talking about purpose and productivity. Again, go to productivethroughjoy.com. Use your desktop because our mobile version has a major clink, which is why we're also changing our system. So go to Productive Through Joy on your laptop or your desktop and see about us. All right, we speak to groups, schools, and organizations. Let's dive in. So point 1 is you want to figure out what your purpose is. Do some due diligence. Think about what makes you happy. What do you do that makes time seem to be fade away? You're just incredibly enjoying your time. What do you do that makes you super, super joyful, right? Point 2 is you want to find a creative way to make your money in some way tied to that purpose. Because when you do that, work isn't work. Work is a dream, which goes right into point 3. As you begin to live in your purpose, you're going to have an incredible uptick in productivity. I guarantee it. We're great at helping people do just that. Go to productivethroughjoy.com. That's it for today's show. We speak every weekday morning at 4:45 a.m. Here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Thanks for being here. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.